In the previous video, I explained how the level of non-revenue water can be calculated within a hydraulically isolated district metered area, a DMA. To reduce this level, we need to go into more detail on what exactly non-revenue water is. Causes of non-revenue water can be subdivided into being either of a physical or a commercial nature. Physical water loss is the amount of water that is produced and supplied into the water distribution system, but that does not reach the customer. Water can be lost, for instance, through leakages and through illegal connections. Commercial water loss, on the other hand, is water that is supplied to the customer, but that still does not create revenue, as it for one reason or another is not paid for. In this video, I will go into more detail about the commercial water losses and how these can be managed. To be able to make up an invoice, the amount of water that is supplied to the customer has to be measured. Therefore, a water meter should be installed for every house connection. The first thing that can go wrong in the metering process is that no water meter is installed at all when a new connection is made. As a result, these customers might never receive an invoice, or the invoice is based on an estimate. Such an estimation may be wrong, but also these people might be inclined to use more water than an average household would do. They may even sell their water to other people. Also, broken water meters can be a cause of apparent water loss. Placing a plastic water meter outside in the hot sun may cause the counters to melt and bend, and causing the meter to sub-register. Otherwise, dirty water might block or otherwise hurt the internal chamber of the water meter. Also, customers might tamper with the water meter to make it run more slowly. It has been explained previously that one of the first actions to undertake in a DMA is a house-to-house survey to register all the clients. During the survey, detected problems such as missing, broken or wrongly installed water meters, or leakages at the customer connection or in water transport pipes, should be reported straight away. With this information, the materials can be ordered that are needed for the repairs. Right after the calculation of the baseline level of non-revenue water, problem solving in the field can start. We are here in the area where we run our pilot project. During the customer survey, we found that there was no water meter at this house, so we came to install one. After the installation, we will notify the zone's consumption analyst and the commercial team, so they know that from now on, they can start taking meter readings at this customer's house. Problems with water meters that are not so easily visible can be uncovered by analysis of consumption patterns. For instance, when a household has a recurring monthly consumption that is way below average, or has an invariable meter reading between 2 months, this may indicate a water meter that does not function. Another way of analyzing would be to do a field study, calibrating random batches of water meters. In many water companies, a significant amount of revenue is lost through the processes of billing and collection, coming for a large part from errors in the administration. One administrative error might be a new connection that is left out of the customer database and as a consequence never gets visited for a meter reading. Or, for example, a change of address that is not entered into the database so that the customer cannot be located anymore. Mistakes can be made with the entry or handling of consumption data. For instance, the company's consumption analysts may, either accidentally or on purpose, mark up an erroneous reading of a water meter. Carefully tracking the amount of money that is collected from the customer is important, as the water company should know which customers are not paying, so that they can be followed up with and, if necessary, be disconnected. Finally, big delays between metering, data entry and sending out invoices can cause an apparent loss of water, as in this case, revenue will not correspond with that month's water consumption. The nature of commercial water loss makes them quite hard to discover and to solve. When it is suspected that there is a high loss of revenue through the processes of billing and collection, it is important to closely monitor the administrative processes. For instance, by interviewing staff, by verifying customer data, and going into debt management. Within a DMA, the house-to-house survey can be used to verify the customer database. Motivating staff, making them understand the importance of their work, and rewarding them for doing it with precision can be ways to bring and keep the water losses down. To summarize, water losses can be either of a physical or commercial nature. The main processes through which commercial water losses occur are those of metering and billing and collection. The company can miss out on revenue through inadequate measurement of the amount of water used by the customer and through mistakes in the administration of the billing and collection. To reduce and manage commercial water losses, it is important to make sure each customer has a well-working water meter, the customer database is up to date, and that all billing and collection data are handled carefully.